Good morning, friends. Today I'm making another dress. Do you remember last year I made out of a duvet cover this dress, and it was a pink one, and I'll put a link to that video. Well, the other side was blue fabric with florals on it. So pleased with the dress, I thought I'll make another one. So this is a blue background with the florals. So I've just cut the pattern out, all the pattern pieces, and what I'm going to be making, this is McCall's M8085 again, and I'm going to be making this one. I don't know if I'm going to bother with the ruffle, so it'll be this dress with the sleeves in, and I'll see about if I want to put a ruffle on or not. I think I'll leave the ruffle off. Okay, so what I've just done now, I've just done the first step, and I've pinned the bodice back to the bodice front. I've put stitching in between the dart and the bottom of the shoulder seam on both sides, and then with a bit of binding I've done the shoulder seams. Press that back. Now the next stage to this, it says on here, is to pin the bodice back to the bodice front at seams, adjust and baste. So I'm going to do those side ones and then do the neck and then get the sleeves in. So I'm just going to try and do quite a quick video, because I do have a chat and it goes on quite a long time, and you've done this pattern before, so I'm going to just whiz ahead and stop and keep chatting to you as I go along. I hope you're all very well, and I hope it'll inspire you to get out and look for nice duvet covers. These supermarkets do some great duvet covers. If you buy a king size, a double one or a king size, you get masses of fabric. You can often get two dresses and probably a top out of a king size, so it's really good, great value for fabric. And look, this is going to be beautiful, you know, and they do all sorts of fabrics, don't they? So I'll leave that, and I'll come back to you shortly. I'm just doing the neck now, and there isn't any facing on this pattern, so it says just turn it under 5/8 of an inch. So what I've just done is pinned the neckline singular, and I'm going to iron it, and then I will turn it over once again and iron it, and then I'll sew it to have a nice neat neckline. I do prefer patterns that have got facing patterns, and sometimes I will make a facing template and put facing on my tops. It gives it a clean look really, but I'm going to go with the pattern for quickness as well. And it says press seams towards the back and iron that back. Right then, so I have ironed and I've double turned this neck hem, and so we're going to just stitch it all the way around, and then we'll have got the sleeve number 3, and this one you get your sleeve pattern inside, so right sides together, fold it in half and stitch the sleeve in a double stitch seam and press the seams towards the back. Pop your little darts together, pin it, or just stitch it if you want, stitch it down there, and then you'll turn the bottom up double and stitch it like that on both of them. So I'm going to do that now. Right, we're on to number 10 now, skirts. Gather upper edge of skirt front and back between the seam lines. And then we'll put the pockets in on the actual side seams. And then gather it in and attach the gathered skirt to the bodice. Right, so what we've done is twice sewn a gather stitch there and there at the top of each panel of the skirt. There's 2. So I've made this before and I always struggle with the pockets. You know, I've forgotten now. Oh goodness gracious. You know, how do you put the blooming pockets on? It's simple, but then you get them back to front. You think, oh, that's it. You want the pocket so that it's the right side up inside the pocket. So if you were to see the pocket, when you put your hand in, then you want it the right side of the pattern, you see. So you've got to put that on the side. So it says it's simple. Stitch 1 pocket to the skirt front and the back at each side. Press seams towards the pockets. But I did it once before and it was the wrong pocket. So you see, what I've done is on the back side of the skirt I've put a right facing pocket, which looks odd, but what I'm thinking is it will come out, it will wait a minute there, we'll leave this, yeah, that will be wrong because we'll leave that open to slide our hand in, so it is wrong. Okay, back to the drawing board. Right, so I think I've worked it out. So this is just one of your panels of your skirts. You put on the right side, you put the other side of your pocket on the seam, matching up your little triangle notches like that, so that you'll then sew down to there and then sew from there down, and then your pocket will be in the middle, won't it? And your hand will go in the pocket, and then you'll, if you were to look inside the pocket, you'll see the right side of the fabric. So I think that's right so far. So I'll do the same with the other one. But do you know, it always confuses me that every time. Right, other 2. Make sure you line up your notches. So this one, pull the notches, right sides together. So important to keep checking everything and hopefully you don't make a mistake. So what I'm going to do now is put them together, just pin these pockets together and then again check it. And then I'll just pretend all that's sewn together and then open it out. And then the seam will be like that, and you put your hand in and you see all the right side of the fabric. That's lovely. So that side's correct. Let's try this one. Same principle, put them both together, make sure they all fit. Go in the right way. That's sewed together, that's sewed together. Pockets will be in there. Yeah, so happy with that. Okay, so the main thing to remember is on the right side of the fabric you put right sides together for the pockets and pin it on the front and the back. The right sides of fabric together, the pocket goes on the side seam, pin, and the same with that. Right sides together, pin it on the seam, right sides together, pin it on the seam. I'm going to stitch 1 pocket to the skirt front now at each side. Okay, and press the seams towards the pocket. Just do that now with them all. Right, so I've pinned the side seams together now, just below where the waist. You'll need to do do the elastic on the waist there. So I've took it from the first notch and put them together pinned, and we're going to stitch all the way around, take it out here, around the pocket, bring it back onto the seam and down to the bottom on all four sides. Just do that now. So now we've got a big tube with pockets. We're going to make it into a gathered skirt now and fit it on the bodice. And so it says after we've done this bit, and for the skirt back, press the seams forward, turning pockets towards the front and press. Use A and C. Make a narrow hem at the lower edge of the skirt. So you've got to hem the skirt now first, make it all nice. Right, so I'm on the hem, so I've turned it over and zigzagged the bottom edge, and then I'm using this hemming tape just to put underneath. I've ironed the fold again to just over 2 centimeters wide, and I'm just going to put this hemming tape on, and then I'm going to just iron it on so that it sticks down, and then you get a lovely neat finish at the bottom. You just basically use your iron and it melts it and sticks it together basically. There's a few key things for every dressmaker, and that is an iron, and preferably an ironing board. Unfortunately, when we moved house, we got rid of our ironing board. We haven't decided to get another one, but I might get another one soon because I'm finding I do use it quite a lot for dressmaking. I don't do a lot of ironing with shirts and things, so I'm lucky that way. I'm not really keen on ironing. I've always sort of ironed creases in. You do a lot of ironing, or you, like me, try to avoid it as much as possible? Let me know in the comments if you've got any top tips. I'd love to hear how you cut your ironing down. My mum used to iron everything, you know, pillowcases, bedding, years gone by, but we don't now. Just think, well, you get in the bed and it gets creased anyway, so long as it's lovely fresh laundered bedding, you don't need to always iron it. Right, so that's it, lovely. As you can see, a very nice neat edge now to that hem. Take that opportunity just to do the side seams. So what we've got now is the skirt. We've got the hem done, we've got the pockets done, and we're ready to now get this waistband done now. So the next part, it says, is do the ruffle. I'm not going to bother with the ruffle today. Now it's pin skirt to bodice, matching the centres, adjust the gathers and baste and stitch. To form casing for elastic, stitch waist seam allowances together from the raw edge, leaving an opening, keeping the dress free. So on that pattern piece, if you buy this pattern for the skirt, you'll see that the top edge will say the gather. It's got the little inverted triangles where you cut. But then about 1.5 inches down from there, the top, is what they call the waistline. And that's that part where you will put elastic in, I believe. Now last time I did it, I didn't bother with the elastic. So what I need to do is look at in my box of tricks and see if I've got any nice bits of elastic in here that will fit. I've got a little tiny bit, so that's not going to go around my waist. Buttons, edgings, pretty little things, but not no elastic in that one. And then in this sewing basket, which was one I upcycled, we'll have a look what we've got in here. Measuring tape, extra pins, needles, all sorts of bits and bobs. I'll show you because you might be interested in what we've got in here. I think these are crochet, some kind of crochet tools. If you know, please leave a comment in the comment box for me. They look like old-fashioned crochet tools. Not used those yet. And we've got some nice old cottons, bobbins, thimbles. And in the bottom, I recently got some more tailor's chalk. I thought that'd be good. Cord, scissors, another pin cushion. Lovely. Got enough elastic, so we will put elastic in today. So I'm trying not to buy anything really, use up material and stuff I've got. Had a few patterns that I've bought. This is my latest one. This is hopefully my final one. Been wanting this for ages. Saw it in Dorset in a fantastic fabric shop down there. Ellis and Hattie, Merchant and Mills. That's going to get made soon, but not today. So guys, let's get on with this instead of I do a lot of procrastination and talking about stuff and not getting on with stuff. So let's go and do this now. So to remind myself, pin skirt to the bodice, matching the centres, adjust the gathers and base stitch. Okay, so lovely. So we'll put this inside out. Pin a random pin there. Let's take that. Oh yeah, I always, I don't know about you, but I always put a stick on, say, the back, because I never remember. Is there a good easy way to remember the back, guys? Can you give me an idea? Top tip. Because to be honest, I never remember which is the back and which is the front. That's why I always leave a note to myself. That's his back. Just a minute, because I haven't sewn those side seams up because I thought we didn't need to because of this waistline. But it looks like you have to sew it right to the very top. Yeah, you do. So let me go back and just whiz these up to the very top. Right, so I've turned the top the right way out and I've put it right side together inside the skirt. I'm pinning it each side at the seam, and obviously the skirt is a lot wider now than the actual top, so we need to pull those gathering stitches in and then match the width at both sides. So I'm just going to carefully pull in these stitches. Got double, so just carefully gather it in slowly. It's very easy that these can very easily snap if you're not careful, so just do them, quite slowly. And it's roughly about half. I want to sort of double it up, so the top is about half of the width, maybe a third to half of the width of the skirt. So we need to pull in these gathers. Just do it from both sides. And remember, it's just so it fits it because we've got elastic going in as well. So I'll start from the other side now. Obviously, because you're going to put elastic in as well, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate, because the elastic will bring it in automatically anyway. But it's just so that it all fits together. And then we can tweak it a bit to make sure that the gathers are fairly equal and they don't look odd. Okay, so now I've gathered it to fit the bodice. Okay, so it's nicely gathered. You can just tweak it, go around the gathers and make sure that they're all even, like I say. But obviously when we're going to put elastic in it as well, we'll have a nice gather from that naturally. So that's that, and it said to pin it, match the centres, adjust the gathers and baste it and then stitch it. So that's what I'm going to do now. And then we've got to do this part where you get a casing for the elastic. It says to form the casing for elastic, stitch the waist seam allowances together 1/4 centimetre from the raw edge, leaving an opening, keeping the dress free, and then you'll put the elastic in. So let's get on with this first. So I've folded over to make a casing and we're going to thread the elastic through the gap now. So this is a big reveal, I'm really pleased with it. It's got some nice pockets, nice and loose, elasticated, nice and flowy. And I think actually it really is true to form of the pattern. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and hope it inspires you to make one. I've had 2 dresses out of this duvet cover, and I'll show you the link to my previous video where I made my other dress like this with the reverse side of the pattern. Thanks for watching. Bye now.